And what I liked about this movie also is that it feels like a documentary. It feels like it's real. Like when I was watching this, it was like, okay, you ever heard that term outdoor? Like, man, you smell like outdoor. You know, when you go outside and then you come in the house and you're like, man, you smell like you've been outside. This movie had that outdoor smell feel to it. Like, all right, y'all. So first and foremost, I just got to give a special thanks to everyone that watched my review for I'm Still Here. A lot of Brazilians showed up, showed the video a lot of love, and gave me thanks for reviewing the movie and for praising the movie. And look, it was my honor. It was a pleasure because I really did enjoy the movie. And I know I said it was a one-time watch, but I do feel compelled to watch it again. So I said, you know what, because y'all showed me so much love, I want to cover some more Brazilian cinema. And I saw a couple of you in the comments mention City of God, which is a movie I did hear about back in the day. But here's the thing, and I'm embarrassed to admit this, I just always looked past it. I don't know why. I don't know if the cover didn't appeal to me, or when I saw City of God, I'm thinking of some kind of religious movie or something, like, you know, those Christian movies. So I just never looked at it. But then I started seeing it on a lot of lists of best hood movies. I'm like, City of God? I'm like, the Christian movie? But yeah, it was making a lot of top 10 lists of hood films. And look, I'm a big hood film guy. Okay, so I grew up with Juice and Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society, Jason's Lyric, Dead Presidents, Baby Boy, Shotters, what's another one? Paid in Full. So that's right up my alley, man. So I said, okay, let me check this out because, you know, I really did enjoy I'm Still Here. Obviously, you know, Brazilian cinema is something that I just did not know about. So I said, okay, let me check this out. So here we go. City of God. And I'm going to say off rip, that this automatically makes my Mount Rushmore of best hood films of all time. I said it. So to those that don't know about City of God, so this is a film based in Rio de Janeiro. I think I'm saying that right. All right, this is like the slum of the slums, okay? So if you have Beverly Hills, nice Brazil over here, down here you got Compton, Sacramento, the Bronx, all at the same time. This is the grimiest, dirtiest slums that you will ever see. So this is the true definition of a hood movie. And it follows this character named Rocket who grew up in this area. And he is our eyes and ears. He's a reporter that's reporting 3 generations of criminals. Yes, you heard it, 3 generations of criminals. So you have the criminals that he knew as a kid, the criminals that he known as an adolescent, and then the criminals that came after that. All right, so it covers 3 generations. And even though he grew up in this time, in this area, around all this bad stuff, he just didn't have the heart to go down that path, even though he did try. All right, a little spoiler right there. He did try, like, okay, listen, like, well, actually, one of my favorite lines in the movie is when because he had a regular job, and of course he was getting paid peanuts, and he's watching these dope boys live out their dope dreams, riding scooters and shit. And he was like, yeah, I think God's sending a message here, man. Like, what was it? How did it go? He says, honest money doesn't pay, or something like that, he said. So basically, if you work a regular job, you ain't shit. You know, the ones that's living good are the ones that's living grimy and foul. Like Lil Z, who also went by Lil Dice. All right, and to me, he is the standout of the film. So by the way, I don't know any of the actors in this movie, but like there's so many cool characters in this movie. Lil Dice is the one that sticks out, or Lil Z as he becomes. This guy is Bishop. This guy is O-Dog, okay? This guy is Nino Brown, all right? He's probably even meaner than those guys because there's like no redeeming qualities about him. This guy is just a straight up savage. Ever since he was a kid, all he wanted to do was commit crime and kill people and have a good time doing it, all right? I'm like, damn. Like every gangster movie needs a buck wild ass character like that, and he is that guy. So you have so many characters here, from Carrot to the main guy's name is Rocket, and then Benny, Knockout Ned, I think his name is. You know what I mean? So a criticism that you could probably hear is that there's just too many characters in this movie. But I beg to differ because even though there's a lot of characters in this movie, but the director, and I can't even say the director's name, was it Fernando Morales, I think his name is? But he does such a great job at taking all these characters and giving them all not only their shine, but then really focus the story around them so they all make sense, they all fit, they all have a place in this story. It's not just having a character for the sake of having a character or shoehorning a character. No, every one of these characters that's mentioned in this movie plays a part. So there's even in the time where Rock is narrating, he says, okay, this is Knockout Ned, but we're going to get to this story in a minute. But right now we're going to get back to this, but we're going to get back to Knockout Ned. And same with a lot of these characters, right? So, like I said, 3 generations of crime, all of them significant, and this movie just tells just a great story of not only what life is like in the hood, because, you know, there's a lot of movies that tell what life is like in the hood, but the motivations. Why are these crimes happening? Because you hear a lot where they say, well, you know, especially here in America, right? You always hear like, yeah, black on black crime, and, you know, why do black people kill each other? It's not a black on, first of all, black on black is not a thing where black people kill each other for the sake of being black, okay? It's economic. It's poverty, okay? Most of the black on black crime that you see are not in rich areas, okay? I think 50 Cent said his best. The person with the money doesn't start the fight, all right? The person with the money is enjoying life, popping bottles, you know, whatever. It's the ones that live in poverty, the ones that they got a pot to piss in a window to throw it out of, and that are almost not even given a choice. And that's not condoning their actions. But when you like to say, when black people get killed by the police, you like to say, well, if they only complied, or, you know, well, black people kill more black people. Yes, because they come from poverty-stricken areas. So you watch a movie like this, and you see that you do have good people that do want to be honest, that do want to live simple lives, but because of these circumstances, because of where they're at, and because they're almost left with no choice, they have to go to a life of crime. And even the main character, Rocket, who is tempted on going to the dark side, but the brother just ain't got it in him. You know what I mean? There's even times where he tried to rob people, he's like, no, that person's too nice, or, you know, this person's too cool, and the other guy, you know what I mean? He just ain't got it. But for majority of them, they have no choice. But unlike Lil Z, now Lil Z was just born evil. That motherfucker, he was born a Sith Lord. Okay, this dude was born to be evil, you know. But he was a fun character to watch, but he was also a scumbag and a scary character to watch. And just how everything unfolds here, and how, you know, everything is just on repeat as well. So even though that first generation, right, got taken out by the next generation, but then that generation gets taken out by another generation, and the cycle goes on and on and on. And just when you think you have alliances, just when you think that you're down on the right side, betrayal, robbery, you know what I mean? It's a dog-eat-dog world, like literally, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, this is one of the worst hoods that I've ever seen, you know? And what I liked about this movie also is that it feels like a documentary. It feels like it's real. Like when I was watching this, it was like, okay, you ever heard that term outdoor? Like, man, you smell like outdoor. You know, when you go outside and then you come in the house and you're like, man, you smell like you've been outside. This movie had that outdoor smell feel to it. Like, I'm watching this and it takes me back to Church Street where I grew up at, and just that outdoor smell and just playing outside all day and being all sweaty and shit. And that's what this movie felt like, man. This has such a realistic, gritty, and grounded feel to it. It didn't feel like a movie. Like, there was no super dramatic scenes or no scenes where, okay, let's go for the Oscar right here and let's just amp up the emotion. There's none of that. These felt like real people doing real shit and put in real situations and having real outcomes and consequences. So it felt real, and at the same time, the director had the artistry to throw in innovative shots and angles and transitions to make this also look like a polished movie, while at the same time being gritty and grounded. You know what I mean? So it's a perfect combination of both of them, and it worked. It worked because I'm sorry, I'm raving about this movie. No cap. I loved it. I'm gonna watch it. This is part of my collection now. I'm gonna watch this so many times. I love this movie. So with that being said, I give City of God, I give this an A+, man. And yo, another Brazilian movie gets an A+ in my book. I love this. This is gangster. This is hood. This is right up my alley. It just happens to be in Portuguese. But yo, y'all motherfuckers speak my language, man. So yo, I fuck with y'all. Really, yes, I'm definitely gonna watch this again. So yeah, A+ is what I got for City of God, and that's it, and that's all. So what do you guys think about it? Comment freely below. Let me know what you thought. If you like and dig this content, hit that like and subscribe. Notification bell in the corner. This is Rashad G signing out. See you in the next video.